Hello everyone, and welcome back for Farming Simulator. What's that there? Well, no, we didn't do too bad. I mean, I suppose we did recover on Jurassic World, so we don't always go bankrupt. We're actually doing quite well on that one now. But yeah, like Chris said, this is the loading screen simulator. That's what all these streams are about. 2 seconds. I'm just going to jiggle my chair across a smidge. I've got myself all out of position because I turned around so I could get a drink. Right, now, we haven't played this for ages. Now, how do you get into a game? Ah, here it is. When was it the last time we played? The last save time was the 15th of the 8th. I think that might have been the following day, actually, after our last stream that we played, because I came on to try and get us some more money. But I remember I didn't last very long because I was quite sick that day. So we'd left this one. We had no useful. Well, we had bought some useless tools. I think we had blown all of our money on, like messing around with the loan thing, and all of our tools were costing us an absolute fortune per minute. So today, I hope you guys have been doing some research and actually know how to play this by now. The previous games were a lot easier compared to this one. I don't know what I'm going to do when the 2021 comes out. Or is it the 21? That'll be the next one. Because I'll probably skip 19 and go straight to that one. You said that, which number is this one? Is this the one? This one's 17, isn't it? Because I've 100%ed the one that's just called Farming Simulator. I'm one achievement short on Farming Simulator 15. And this one's 17 we're playing, and 19 is the current release. Oh, hang on. That's the thing with this game. It has finished loading, but I don't notice the bit on the bottom that says 8 to start. Can we run? Right, 2 seconds. Let's go into the menu, because I know that I think I fiddled with some of the dials. What we got here? Euros, kilometers, vehicle radios, blah, blah, blah. There's something that I changed in here. Alright, so I've got the time set to max. Dirt, what does that mean? Oh, alright, whether or not your stuff becomes dirty. Stop and go brakes, what's that? Oh, right, yeah. Fuel usage low. Upper refill. Right, yeah, because some of this stuff it just automatically refills with fuel, so I don't have to go to the petrol station. So that's good to have that running in the background, I suppose. I put the growth speed as fast. I put the wither off, so that it gives us a chance at least until we become unbankrupt. Plow requires off. Well, that's it. Right. Can we go any faster? Is there a run button? Or is this character like all of our other characters that are massively unfit? Well, that's his little hops. So before we continue, we have to go and check the chicken farm. Aha, that's how you run. I think it was somewhere over here. Yeah, that's got to be it over there. Gather up the eggs. Right, once the sun comes up, I'm going to slow the game speed down, so that we can like see what we're doing whilst we're trying to salvage the mess. That is our farm. Yeah, gotta go check on the chicks. I don't know what we have to actually do with these eggs, but you know, never mind. I've walked over them and I think I've collected them. Quickly go into the menu, and just until we're ready, I'm going to set that to real time. I assume this guy, when we left it, must have been planned, so... Oh! Look at our money, we're in debt. Also, we've already gone bankrupt at the start of the stream. Roll credits. Right, how do we turn this on? Is that we're going to have to do a manually? How do we cruise control? How much is this one? Probably cruise control. That's the camera. Is that any better? Or do you want us to drop it another notch? Because the wiggly lines are rather high. This guy, too. I'll put it down to 32. We'll see how that goes. How are we going to get out of all this debt? Uh-oh, we've gone skew. Oh, has it let us hire a worker there? Oh, it has. Right, let's get to... Right, what was this farmer doing? I think it might be a good idea to maybe... I don't know what any of them were doing, so it might be a good idea just to park all these up, harvest the fields we've got, so that we can start fresh, basically. Let's just park this guy up for a minute. Or crash him up, whichever comes first. Right, what have we got? Right, this is the collection one. So we'll send him straight out. And hopefully this guy here is collecting something. Yeah, he's still going. We'll get this field here cleared. And then we'll we'll get this one ploughed and what have you. Close enough. A little bit closer. There we go. We'll try and get our money a little bit in the green. Right, that's it. I don't know what any of the rates are, but I'm just going to take it to the place that's like just over here. Let's just zoom back out a bit. Because we haven't got time to go trekking all over the map. Not today. We do have the solar panel now though, so at least we're going to be able to get a little bit of money, I suppose, off that, in theory. Oh, what's this guy growing? Or what was he growing? This is where there's no damage, isn't there? I think we even emptied all the silos last time, didn't we? And we're still in masses of debt. Right, now, what did you have to press to unload? Unload. There we go. There we go. We made $2 grand, which is put us $1 grand in the positive, at least for a few minutes anyway, because the money's just ticking down. It's what's everyone else been up to today then? Just whilst we're driving back to the farm. Anything fun and exciting? Does he murder anyone today? You know what he's like for beating up kids in the street. Minecraft and food. That sounds like a good Sunday. Oh, you've not been let off the chain today, Chrissy. Let's see, their tank has got loads of it. It's actually been good today. He must have done something wrong and he's trying to hide it. It's the only explanation. Guilty conscience. Right, this field here looks like it's done. The problem is I don't know if this bit I'm driving over does this texture... This texture's not been planted, has it? This is just waiting, isn't it? Let's just have a look and see if I... unfold lower. What does this look like when I drag it? Yeah, this must be what it looks like when it's just been ploughed. Let's see, lift cultivator. I keep an eye on them for now. Right, so at the minute we basically just need to harvest these 3 fields. There's nothing really that we can do with these other 2 vehicles, at least for now anyway. Other than waiting for this fella here to put his finger out of his ass. Been overly nice. Yeah, he's definitely up for something. Let's see. Might as well grab some. See what he's got in his tank for putting in the going and selling. Oop, screw that up. There we go. Should have the cruise control on. Never mind. It's unusual for him to behave on any day, though, surely. Ooh. One thing I completely forgot to ask you is yesterday. I was just, well, I don't know what it's like been like for you guys down there, but up here, all the the idiots have been shooting off their fireworks and what have you, because it was frightening my little girls. I was just wondering how does Mr. Socks go with that? Is he all right with them, or does he need cuddled? I know that Ruby, the dog next door, during the fireworks time, her like owner Esther has to like stay up with her all night because she's that frightened of them. Why to unload? There we go. Is he not bothered by them? He sleeps straight through everything. Except he doesn't sleep through your sleep though, does he? That's kitten party time. Yeah, apart from that. Ooh, right, that's the map button. See, I still don't know. I never got. I looked at some tutorials, but I didn't look. Well, I said, look, this is months ago when we last played. The next day, I looked at some tutorials, and I can't remember what the score was of any of those of our buildings. You know, like the bioplants and what have you. Right, we're slowly getting money. Let's just have a quick look at what financy thing. Just while we're thinking about it. Nope. Where's the bit that tells? Oh, is this the bit that tells us what our balance is every day? So property income, that vehicle. Oh, look at that. Vehicle running costs is basically 4,500 a turn. Oh, I was used to that from like hearing all the shouting. I mean, I told you about when we lived up in Maud for all of those horrendous 8 months. During that time, that whole 8 months, unless I was there, Gravy just used to hide. Because my aunt was pure evil. Gravy was always frightened, hiding underneath this little box thing. I was so pleased when we got her away from there. What else have we got in here? So we desperately need to get more income on those. Because we need to basically need to have our incomes at least 5. Otherwise we're going to be completely knackered. Oh, it's a right nasty piece of work with her. I said I know what all that's like. Even like when we moved here, my girls instantly knew that they were safe and they were happy because I mean Speckled hadn't laid anything since we'd moved like away from like our first home and with them in Cumbria. But within like a week or so of being here, Speckled started laying every single day because they only lay when they feel like they're happy and safe. That just proves how much of a nice, how much more better environment it was for her. Oops, oh, hang on, we'll just clip this here up. I'll back up and I'll start again. I'll let him drive away. There we go. I should really set the cruise control, but I'll just keep doing this jerky action because it's it's just a bit easier for loading it. Yeah, just especially when some people like that act like that, you just can't even get it through to them, can you? Like I used to say about my aunt, you know, you can't argue with stupid people. Secretly, royalty, we'd all know you're a murderer. You're the Mungus. Right, let's drop this off. We desperately need to try and make. Why to unload? I keep saying that to myself. But yeah, but we all know Chris is a bad influence. Played a couple of rounds of Among Us this afternoon. There it was on the normal map, and still never got to be the murderer on that map. I only ever seem to get it when I'm on the Planet one. Can't remember what it's called now. There was one match that I did join, which was on that one. Whoever was the admin had the player speed like dialed up to maximum. You know, trying to like press forward, and you were like bouncing all over the place. Because he's banned from group activities. Can he not come out and play? That's because he's not in the cool kids club. Early start, sleeps for the week. Just slowly going to follow this tractor and slowly fill it up. How much? I said, how much would another harvester cost? But there's no way we could afford another harvester. We've only got £4 in the tank. Probably costing us more in petrol going back and forth with this truck. See, I would sell our other tractors and just keep one, but you hardly get anything back for them. It's not worth the expense, I don't think. We'll head on back now. We'll put this next little bit here. We just desperately need to get at least £5 in the tank, because when the day thing ticks over, we're gonna lose anything less than what we have now. We'll be back in debt. And we really need another solar panel as well, really. I don't actually know exactly how much we make off that per turn. We'll drop this off, we'll head back to the farm, and then we'll go into the menus and have a little bit of rummage. Because we'll figure out how to play this one, because as I say, this one is completely different to the other two games, the other two versions. I was chatting a couple of weeks ago with, I think it was about a week ago, maybe with somebody who was streaming the 2019 one, and he was sort of like saying that, yeah, when it changed to this one, there was like mass amounts of difference. Like from like the one that I had gone from. Yeah, so you had likes of well, the Xbox 360, like the first one on the 360, the farming simulator, and then number 17, which were more or less the same. I mean, yeah, you had the logging thing as like a side thing, but it wasn't really that important on 17. But this one, there's like so much, and I haven't got a clue where to start with them. And like 19, I haven't played that one at all. It seems like lots of the people that played the one, like say the Steam version, it's all like really like heavily modded. Which I'd rather just play it the vanilla, especially until I figure out what we're supposed to be doing on this one. Right, I'm gonna park up over here. We'll let that guy finish off those couple of stripes, then we'll get him over to the other field and we'll start harvesting then. Park up. Let's have a look at the menus and see if we can figure out any of this. So property income. All right, so we must be making 2,000 off the solar panel. Is there a thing that tells you what you actually get from the solar panel? What we got here? Sheep, pigs, cows. How do we figure out what we're doing with the chicken eggs? Eggs in coop, eggs in back, but we have 66 eggs in our backpack now. How do we get rid of them? Like, how do we, or where do we sell them? What we got here? That's the help section. Right, so that's where we are now. Cook them and eat them, yeah. Oh, casserole laid another egg today. This one looked like a lot more like a normal egg. The first one was a bit odd, but that's because she's basically like first one out of the tank, flushing the lines. But I mean, she hasn't laid since before they started molting months ago. And casserole has always been an awkward one for laying as well, because she lays every other day, instead of like every day, because she's an awkward bugger. Right, what's this here then? So we've been delivering to the Goldcrest Pacific Grain, which is fine because that's what we've been delivering, and so it's got a decent price. So that's not too bad, I suppose. Oh, we still have. Does that mean we still have stuff in the silos? We can maybe get some of that stuff in Denton Bakery. Oh no, oh, I couldn't figure out how to do the mill, could I? Because the thing with the train, I don't know how to load them onto that though, because that's what we tried last time and we just couldn't get it to work. What we got here then? This all the vehicles we've got. What got here? More finances. So how do you get into the? This is the menu I'm looking for. Categories. Placeables. Right, how much are we making off that a turn then? So it makes 90 an hour, but costs 25 a day. Oh, that's not too bad. What's that? A house between fields 3 and 4. All right, let's have a look at the map. Fields 3 and 4. All right, so there's like, if you can see that there, that must be. Yeah. Oh well, what we'll do is we might as well get in the car and drive up there, because we'll hang fire because this guy here is almost finished. I don't want to get like miles away. Although saying that, we can jump back and forth between the vehicles, can't we? Ooh. It's Grand Theft Auto now. Right, then go north. Turning on these vehicles is hilarious. There's field 5. Alright, there's field 4. How do you get the vehicle? There you go. So... Oh, look at that. 600 quid. Right, we might have time to get this truck rather back to the farm. Oh, there's still time. I mean, we have only been at it for half an hour. There's still time for bankruptcy. I think we're going back to our farm here, aren't we? Oh no. Our farm's this way. There it is. A tenner an egg. Well, my girl's eggs are worth at least 80 an egg, I think. Right, he's on the final stripe. So let's get into position and then we'll We'll follow it and load it, and then we'll take the harvester over to the other field. Scoot around. What's a cruise control again? Activate cruise control. Slow down a little bit more. And at least 209 for the special edition eggs. I think we're matching speed now. Just spitting out the last few bits there. There's a few more feet to go. Shame it doesn't maintain the cruise control if we were to change to a different vehicle. Then we could jump into the harvester. Right. Change fields. And the pipe in. I think we'll do the short field here. Then we'll do the big field and see how it goes. Slowly chugging along. That looks like it's roughly lined up. Hire a worker. But what's he harvesting? He's harvesting whatever that funny shape is. Right, so I'll take this fella here. We'll tip out what we've got. We could like hire a worker just to make this run. Tell it which one of the stations we want to sell it at, and it goes away and it comes back. That truck didn't even get knocked. What the growing in this field? Let's see, unload. Need to figure out what we need to do with the trains as well, because I don't know what entirely we're supposed to do with these. I know I parked them up next to each other, but that was about it. I know we can put logs on them, I suppose, with that big scoopy thing, but I don't know what for. And like all these, all the different carts there have got different, like different grains and what have you on the side, but I don't know what we're supposed to do with them. Have a look at the map. Where's the... which was the one that had the... We'll pick up that menu. This one here, wasn't it? Maplefield Mill, right. That's all the way at the side. Wouldn't be worth putting a little bit of something in the... Right, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm going to put a little bit of stuff in this truck, and we're going to drive it over there and see if we can figure out what we're supposed to do whilst that harvester's working away. Because it'll take a while, this tractor's speed to get over there. Yeah, it might be more efficient to go south to the town. I don't know how that road at the back of Field 14 will probably be alright. And so far we've almost got 9 grand. So we're covered for the day expenses. I thought he would stop there. See if we can do this from inside the cabin, shall we? Oh, I might be able to see in the mirror. Well, apparently it's going in. I can just make it out in the mirror. Nah. Take as much as what we can from here. And then we'll see what we can do. See if we can figure out how to use the train thing. Sort of woodland areas like this has reminded me of when we did our free roam yesterday on open world of Alan Wake. Except this is a lot lighter. We were back with American Nightmare at some point for the next one in the Alan Wake series. Where do I need to go? North from here. We need to make a decision on next week. Do we do Dead Space 3 first, or do we do the Plague one first? Still can't remember what his name is. Turn off here. Right. So, is it that you have to unload it from the train? So how do we get this onto the train? Right, so that must be where the train will dump it. Right, let's follow the tracks so that we can try and figure out where the actual trains are parked. And then see if we can figure out... Actually, we'll follow the track. Surely we'll come across some kind of loading station. What we've got here, water tank. Right, so there's some kind of silo set up here. So do we have to... Do we unload our truck here and it goes into the train? I have to rotate and go around the other side here. Let's go over here and turn around. See what happens if we drive in here. Maybe bring a train over here as well. So before I unload this, I want a train here. I don't think this is the right train. Alright, that's where we are there in that building, isn't it? Difficult to see which carriage we're looking at here, isn't it? So, do we need to get that last carriage over that chute? It's quite difficult to see this to line it up. Back it up. Right. Let's start filling. Stop. There we go. So... Selected silo was empty. Alright. Now let's change to the other vehicle. If I dump this here... Right, so is that now loaded into the train? It seems like a ridiculous procedure to take it 100 meters up the road. cheaper to build a conveyor belt. Ah, come on, stop. Back it up. Oh, look at that, we just paid $1,000 in wages. Alright, so that's now just given us 2,000 income. So that's how the train works. Right, let's just zoom around the track and see if there's any other loading stations or if that's it. It won't last royalty, it can't. So that bit there looks like a space to load logs that we've just driven through. This doesn't look like anything, just houses or buildings even. So this should now take us back to, yeah, this is the bit where we were parked up just before. So what else is here? Is this just a... Right, so this bit here is another bit where we must be able to load stuff from the farms. Right, so let's just keep this guy parked here. Let's just fire this one. I want to have a zoom around this side of the track to see if there's anything like loading and unloading stations on like this run now. So far. Just normal buildings so far. Right, what we've got here, is this a loading area? Alright, so we can load stuff onto the trains here, at this corner of the map. Nothing else here. I suppose it'll come more useful when we get more fields. You know, once we buy all the others. Then I suppose we could dump it all and get the train just to ferry to that one spot, I suppose. Oh, nothing else down this bit. That looks like another loader there. Certainly not at this sort of stage. It doesn't seem to be that useful. I think the only thing at the minute we could use it for is just taking whatever that grain was to that particular mill, because that's where we had a better price there. Right, what's this fella doing now? Reversing. Right, he's doing the final stripe, so we need to get this fella back. Alright, this must be how we can get green out of it as well. At least now we've got a better understanding of what sort of like we can do with the trains, I suppose. It's very long-winded though. Let's get back there, gather up. Well, I think they had the best rate, didn't it, that place? So we'll probably just do the same loop again, but we'll use the other train. Well, the other train depot thing. Because I think it's closer to our fields. Ooh. The lamppost. So if we can just unload it there and get it onto the train, that'll be quicker, but I didn't know that station was right next to where we are. Right, well, oh no, he's going to do one more stripe. So whilst he's doing that, we're going to spin around. Oh, hang on. Should have had this guy on the other field, shouldn't we? Now, do we need to plough it, or can we just stick the seeds in it straight away? Can we get away with it? We're going to do a quick experiment and find out. Because if we can, that'll save us the salary on a whole worker. Nah, it won't let us do it, so no, we're going to have to go through the motions. There he is. Worth a shot. There we go, at least he's doing it at like a decent speed. Get this guy down here. This one thing, all this driving around is going to be putting our achievements counter up. There we go, that's unloaded plenty. He's doing that. Right, let's see. Third one in. So currently the best price is still at the train place. So we'll go and offload this at the other one and we'll try the train again. I suppose on the good side, if we just have to go over this hill. Not too far. And we get 15k per unit, whatever the units were. Fill it up. Oh, it's like instant fill as well. And look at it, the whole train. And it's only that little pile we have in the corner. But we don't have to pay for the fuel for the train moving. It doesn't look like it's got a fuel gauge on it. Yeah, totally worth it. Look at it. wonder when we should release the accelerator here. Oh, we haven't started slowing down yet. Alright, let's hold reverse. Oh, come on, stop. Oh, that looks like it's right underneath the unloader, doesn't it? We've got £4 for that. Right, let's park the train back up at the at that filling station then. I think on one of these Sundays we should play that train simulator for the Sunday night strolls. I think there's one of the variations of the train simulators I think is available on Game Pass as well. So that might be a good laugh. I had one of the train simulators years and years ago. But yeah, it was just nice, sort of like peaceful and relaxed. Unless, of course, you play it the way that they play it on Outside Xbox, where it's a catastrophe and you end up losing the train. And they got out with the cab and the train was moving, and then they couldn't get back into it. Right, how's this guy doing? Oh, he hasn't done very much, has he? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fella to make a start. Oops, wrong button. Enter vehicle, hire worker. Hopefully they won't hit each other. So right, what does the terrain look like after he's gone over it? How do you get out? There it is. So what's the texture look like then? So stripy means that it's and that then it's like wiggly means it's not ready. And this means it's messy. Ooh, I wonder if we can get run over. Let's experiment. This guy's coming back first. He's coming down at some speed. Oh, he stops. How do we crouch Y? Come on, we're going to ride the engine. Keep going. Oh, he's no fun. I wonder if he has a twin. Let's go and have a look in the other tractor. See, this guy will run us over here, won't he? See if all the character models are the same then, or if there's any other variants. Oh no, that was different. Jump. That one's jump. That one's crouch. There's the woman driving the blue one, although she's really flooring it. let's bring this truck back. Our character, I suppose, we were able to actually select them, weren't we? We were able to like choose the hair and stuff like that, weren't we? That's our character in the cab. I have to remember as well, as we're going through all the Xbox achievements, there's collectibles on this one. We've already collected about 2 of them as we've been going. Yeah, well, in the other 2 ones, there was collectibles as well to collect as you went around. They're usually like hidden in the bushes and stuff like that. I don't know, or I don't remember what it was on this one, but there is definitely something that we can pick up. Hang on 2 seconds, I'll investigate. Let's just head over to the harvester. We'll fill the tank here, pull over, and then I'll bring up the achievements. I thought it was going the other way there. I'll have to spin around. How much of that's going to come in? Might as well fill up to the end of this this stripe. Now, does that pause it? Yeah, that paused it. Right, what we'll do is we will, so that he can keep harvesting, I'll just drive over here and we will bring up the achievements on the screen. What we got? Xbox. Farming Simulator. What have we got so far? Reach negative balance on your very first day. Easy. Complete a task for another farmer. Oh, I did try that one. Lumber. Cut down a tree. I would cut down the tree. I have no idea where the tree is now, though. Breed 20 cows, pigs, sheep. Cultivate 10 hectares. It doesn't have like how the progress thing on there. Cut down 50 trees. Fertilize 10. Find all 100 gold nuggets. So it's a gold nugget of some sort we have to collect. Help each farmer at least once. Get 1 million in-game money. Not done, won't get a wind farm. Pay back the entire loan. That'll be a work in progress. Play for 10 hours. So another 10. Score 3 points. Where's the basketball court? And harvest another 10 hectares. So all those will happen once we get one. Those will clock in one after another. But I don't know where the basketball court is. Hello there to the folks joining us on YouTube. Near one of the shops. Well, I tell you what, we will go and get in the car. We'll drive down the bottom. And we will see... Oops. See if we can find where the basketball court. Now, I'm assuming you can't actually play and you must need to manipulate a farming tool, like a digger, to drop a ball in. That must be what it means. But let's have a little zoom around the town. I might as well, whilst the whilst the harvest is on the go, we might as well have a little closer inspection of the town. Right. Ooh. It's just nice and easy until we find a basketball court. Ooh. I was distracted by muffins. Little diner there. Always quite like when you see like in like movies this sort of shape of diner with this sort of like building. Always just quite like that style. You guys ever used to watch that American program Man vs. Food? I know they've got like a new presenter now, and he looks like a creepy pedo. But the previous guy there, Alan, was it Adam something or other? I liked that show when he was on it. Some of the foods that they was like trying, they looked really nice, and that and given the opportunity, I would definitely try some of it. It's just the quantities that they eat. It's just absolutely insane. I mean, that would, what they have as one of their meals probably feed us for over a week. What we got here? Oh, I thought that might have been some sort of like fair thing, but no, it's just you're bound to be able to find some like clips of it on YouTube. But like I say, it's some of the food and the way they describe it and the things that they've made. Because we've tried actually like recreating some of the stuff on it from that it sounds really nice. It's just the quantities are just ludicrous. I mean, I know I'm a big bloke, but there's no way I could eat anything like what they eat. This looks like a little park. Hang on, let's just get out and walk in this park for a second. Oh, someone needs to get the trimmers around here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine what, because there was a lady I used to work with, and there was like a group of us. We used to go out every Wednesday. We'd go to the fish and chip shop, and we'd get have a sit down in there, and then we all used to go to the pictures every Wednesday to see just whatever film was out. It didn't matter what the film was. But Shirley always would go for the children's menu because she was an old lady. She couldn't manage the big things. Can you imagine what she would be like with the menu over there? Need like little old lady portions. Let's just get back in the car there if I can find it. There it is. A little bit more drive around this town to see if we can. Let's go down this road here and see if we can find this basketball court. I think that must be the bank. It's got an ATM. Let's investigate what happens when we walk into this. Nothing. Check finances, which is just a shortcut to that menu. Pointless. There we go. That's back in the vehicle. I was at those like fancy restaurants that they'll serve you like a pea on toast on the end of a shovel, whilst you've got to eat it while doing a handstand. Isn't that what those sort of people have? I can't figure the name it is now that you call those sorts of idiots that run those sorts of places. Is this a big open space? You think it might be like a basketball-y place somewhere around here? Let's try behind. This is where you get your new vehicles, isn't it? Fish and chips for 15 quid and bugger off. Couple of quid. Oh, if you're ever in the Lake District, go to a little village called Shap, and there's a fish and chip shop in there. It's brilliant, really good. But don't sit in. If you sit in, the meal will be crap. You have to take it away. When we lived down there, we used to drive down there, and we would get a takeaway from there with fish and chips, and then we would drive about half a mile out of the village where there was a lay-by, and we just pull up in the lay-by because of it was too. If I had drove home, it would have been cold, so we used to just do that, and we used to like sit in the lay-by with our fish and chips. We'd bring our knives and forks from home so that we could eat it properly. And we'd just sit in the car for half an hour and have our fish and chips, and then drive home back to the girls. What's that? Oh, it's the opposite for yours, where it's excellent if you. I suppose the waterfront in North Shields. That was one of the good things about like when I like lived in Newcastle, because where I was from in Tynemouth. Tynemouth and North Shields are fishing villages, so that the fish that they used to have in the shop was fresh off the boat. Can I find this bloody basketball court anywhere? But not far from Shap, though, just going back to the Lake District. If you go north of Shap, there's another town, that name escapes me, but there's a proper big pub restaurant, and the meals in there are awesome. They're not expensive either, but we've had a few meals in there. Well, when we're down there anyway. The company I used to work for down there, we used to provide them with the veg as well for their kitchen. When I used to work for the fruit and veg wholesaler. Alright, where else could this basketball court be? Field 22. Alright, that's just north of where we're at. Right, what we got? That's 22. Let's just check out what this building is here, then we'll turn around. That mustn't be that one. Must be inside of that patch there. We're past it. Ah, this chain fence here. How does this work then? Alright, so pick up object. Hold still. Oh, that's very, very bouncy. That certainly didn't go in. Can we... If I can pick it up again... Can we trick the achievement? How do you crouch? Basketball simulator. So can we ram our balls in and out from this angle? Did that count? How many do we need for the achievement? Can we get a truck in here? Any vehicle that we could just stand on top of and drop it in. It's too easy just to drop it. Get too close, it just drops. That's 100% the in. How many did we have to get? Is it like 10 or something? Yeah. Tapped it. Oh. Missed it. A 3-pointer? What does that mean? Is that like basketball terminology? Or is it just me getting free through the hoop or something? Or do we have to toss it from a certain location? Assuming that it's the slightest tap and it drops on the floor. Straight in without hitting the back or the ring. Oh. Surely that must have registered. Oh, so I've got to stand like here or something. Oh, this adds complications to it. Is this the outer line? You're assuming I know what you're talking about. So what do I just jump up and release it? Or do I have to be running? Just Google it. Let's try. Yeah, this is going well, isn't it? We'll come back to that another day. Oh, I bet our... The truck. Ah, there it is. I'm gonna have to watch a video of that, Roti. I'll have to look it up to see about getting that achievement. It will have to be gotten. But I'm gonna have to do a bit of research. Oh, that was the thing, wasn't it? I'm looking directly here, that greenhouse. That we wasted money on that greenhouse last time, didn't we? Because that's what we saved it, and I tried to sell it, but we only get a couple of quid back. So I might as well just keep it. Right, these two are maintaining a nice distance from each other, which is good. Let's go and unload this stuff.
Eight.
I just noticed that one there. I was looking at the restream chat. Right, we'll go and dump this stuff off into here. Then we'll load it onto the train. And yeah, it's this train here, isn't it? Start loading. Load all of that stuff. There we go, we're fully loaded. And we'll drive it round the block and put it over there across the other side of that lake. I bet there's a collectible in the middle of that lake. We'll swim out to it. Now, was it when I got just before the bridge that I released the accelerator? Oh, I think we're going to overshoot. Yeah, we definitely overshot. Back it up. How do we unload? There's the mill, isn't it? It's definitely over the O. Have we broken it? No, it still says this is the one that wants it. We definitely unloaded. It says we've got, I know we can't see it this time, but it definitely says that we've got some on the percentage bar thing. Back it up a little bit more, maybe. Ah, there we go. Now we made 9 grand. Let's return the train. I wonder how much it takes to fill up that entire cart. We'll have to try that at some point when we get like loads of fields on the go. You know, lots of vehicles to gather up more materials. We'll have to experiment in filling this train up. Right, this guy's finished harvesting. Let's park him up. Can't do anything until that other field grows with him. Saying that as well, let's stick the pipe out. Right, this guy's finished. We'll get him up to the other field. Set him away processing that one. Now, are these straight lines or wiggly lines? Wiggly lines. This field hasn't been done. Oh no, this field partially has been done by him, rather. So we'll get this guy to start from the other end. He still has a few stripes to do there. Get this guy back to the farm and we'll unload the rest from the harvester. Let me take the road this time because it's a bit awkward going up that cliff. Though this bit here doesn't look as steep. Keep an eye out for gold nuggets as we're driving around as well. There's that one. So I suppose now it's just a case of having to wait for those to finish doing that work. But we're not doing too bad, I don't think. We've managed to. We are in real-time mode. If we had had it in accelerated mode, we probably wouldn't have had as much money because we've changed the clock to real time. So there's the finance page. Because if we hadn't done that in like any of the accelerated speeds, the vehicle running costs and such probably would have crippled us because it would have just absorbed all that money. But let's see. Where does it tell you? Oh, right, it doesn't tell us how much we've sold, does it, on this page? Does it? Can we go? All right, you can scroll up and down. Let's have a look. All right, so we paid out $3,000 in wages as well. Harvested 26. So we have seeds and fuel costs. Is a bit that tells us the interest on the loan. Oh, there it is. Shall we try and drop our interest and maybe we'll repay 2 units? Yeah, we'll just repay those 2 units. Try and lower our payments. I think for now, we'll leave that there for today. At the minute, we're just doing this continuous loop cycle until we can get some more tools, really. If we had another harvester, need a minimum, we need 2 harvesters. How much is a harvester? Let's have a look. There's all these other things that I want to experiment with as well. All these other bits and bobs. What else we got in here? There it is. Oh, right, yeah, because these ones require a different type of harvester, don't they? So how much is just the regular harvesters? Cheapest model. Cheapest model is 24. Same prices, I think, as what we paid for the oh, what did you call that thing? The solar panel. What else we got here? So it was the yellow one. Is that the? I remember in the other games, it was this brand. I think that had quite a few of the tractors from. Let's have a look at the tractors. Yeah, it was this big, massive one. Is the one that I used to have on the other games, the other versions. with the big caterpillar tracks. There was also another, I would say that there was another variant here which didn't have the caterpillar tracks. Apparently that one's got a more powerful engine though. But we're a long, long way away from getting one of those. What I'll do now is I will save. Oh, I thought it crashed there for a second. We'll save there and we will go and see who Chrissy can get his bonus eggs from. Right, where's Chrome? There it is. So what's the current egg count up to? He doesn't need any more. Let's see, Raid Channel, who's online? Oh, there's only one choice today, and he's also playing Farming Simulator. Nearly at 85, and Royalty's nearly at 76. But okay, we'll hop over into Fingerbridge stream. His name's gone completely out of my head. I'm just going to close that window there. So tomorrow, we'll be back with Broken Sword free, because last week we had to cancel our stream because BT cancelled the internet in Scotland for a day. So we're back there to bouncy time with the hypnotic bouncing boobs. But that'll be tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that because we're now beyond the point where I ever played where the game first came, where it came out. So I don't know what the story is going to be or where we're going to go with it. I have no idea. What's that? Chris is really excited. You need to keep that sort of thing to yourself if you're in public. Yep, exactly new for all of us. So I'll be relying on you to help me solve the puzzles as we go. I can't believe how long it took us to find that wall to jump over. But it's like it's not a normal dynamic for like a point and click style thing. Obviously, because when 3D like it first started to come out. You put your hat on it, yeah. I pressed the wrong button on the raid thing. Hang on, it's expired. I'll go back into it. Right, I'll fire this one away. So anyway, we're back with that tomorrow, and hopefully, actually, I'll quickly. Cause I know that I haven't got the full schedule there because I missed a day off, which is why I hadn't published the normal 3 weeks. I'll fix that in a few minutes, because we have a different random game this week as well for Thursday for a random game night. I've played it before. I've completed it when it came out a couple of years ago. But Thursday's random game is going to be Manual Samuel. It's a bit of a daft one, where you make a deal with the devil so that you don't have to die, but you have to take manual control of your body for the day. So you've got to like manually control each leg. You've got to tell them when to breathe in and out, tell them when to blink. But yeah, it's a relatively good laugh. So I know we've got that one on Thursday. And we'll see how far as well we'll get with Assassin's Creed on Wednesday as well. I think we'll definitely aim for like 2 memories. Two like memory sets, should we say. I should easily be coverable in like the hour and a half that we normally sort of play. He says that, and then we'll spend like 7 hours just collecting flags. What's that there? Oh, you think you've seen that one? I can't actually remember what the. I know that the devil definitely speaks because he's like, because he's like telling you what to do and he's like having a laugh and playing on his skateboard and stuff. But it's been that many years since I played it. I can't remember. I know you had to like press a button every time so you would breathe in and out. If you're like, and like you've got to like blink as well, otherwise the screen, I think it whitened so you couldn't see anything, or you got the little wiggly lines on your screen and stuff, until the point where you couldn't see, so you would have to blink a few times to clear it. But we'll mess around with that on Thursday. Should be good. I've got to go make the thumbnail for it now. Actually, that's the bane of my existence, is making bloody thumbnails. Everything else is all automated except for the thumbnails. Anyway, I'll just change the menu on here. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.